a viewer had commented on one of our trades and wanted us to talk about this trade. It's like his ideal three. His name's Liam Carp, is our YouTube commenter. He's been commenting all our videos. And he wanted us to talk about his ideal three, which is Harrison Barnes. So in this mocked up trade, which I've seen this trade online too, it's kind of circulated a little bit. It's trading Danny Green, that first round pick, and Furkan Korkmaz to Sacramento for Harrison Barnes. Because Harrison Barnes has been playing a lot of 4 over there in Sacramento. Could you guys see him playing 3 and guarding other threes? I mean, what do you guys think about that? Because I know he did that back in the day in his Golden State days, but we're getting up there in years for Harrison Barnes.
I can see him doing it. Yeah, I would make that trade.
Yeah, if you could pull that off, Barnes for what, Green and Furk and a first?
I mean, we're saying an injured Danny Green, so that's, we got to look at it from that standpoint.
It's really just
it's really
just trading $10 million what we're doing.
It's Furk in the pick. Yeah,
it's gift wrap $10 million for them is what it really is. I would do that. You'd have a big team. We shouldn't lose rebounding anymore, at least not the way we did against the Heat. Great catch and shoot player. I looked it up. He hasn't shot below 38% from 3 in the last 4 years.
Wow.
And he's not.
I would make that.
And he's taking them. So yeah, I would do that.
I'm surprised more teams aren't going after Harrison.
He's had a bad contract for so long that I think teams are just like staying away, even though I think this is his last year.
That's what I'm saying. It got to be getting close to the end.
This is his last year, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's expired. So for them, it's expiring. So they're looking to
they're probably going to look for something else. Yeah.
They're or just sending it out to get a pick for it at this point. Yeah. I've seen Kings fans pretty eager to get off of him. I've even seen Kings fans want to take on Tobias. A lot of Kings fans
King fans trying to make the playoffs. So they
and Tobias would be a pretty good.
We trying to win the championship. They trying to make the playoffs.
Exactly.
Tobias would be a good fit next.
That's where it's at right now.
You can play them together. They'd be a pretty good, 4 and 5 over there. Yeah, I saw a similar one. I think you and I were talking about this the other day. I saw a similar one proposed by Kings fans. Holmes and Barnes for Tobias in 23. So you get a backup 5 in Holmes, Sean Holmes, come back to Philly, and then you'd have Barnes at 4. We'd be a lot more undersized. I think I'd rather have Barnes at 3 and then keep Tobias. Because the beauty of that is, I mean, everyone freaks out about Tobias's contract. Like you go to a Twitter thread, everyone's like, "Oh, Tobias's contract, yeah, right. You can't trade that. 2 years left, and 70 million, 77 million." Thing is, in the NBA, an expiring contract is a commodity. People want those, right? So if he's got 2 years left, it's really a 1-year albatross contract. Because next year it'll be a $39 million expiring contract.
Yeah.
So it's going to go from untradeable to, oh yeah, we'll take Tobias at $39 million coming off our books.
Like one thing that we gotta, when we're talking about all these scenarios, the one thing that we have to pay attention to is our major competition. And when you're looking at the major competition, you're looking at the top teams that we could be possibly competing against. And most of those teams all have bigger guys that are their best players. It's true. Milwaukee, Boston, Miami, they have those guys that are 6'7" plus. So you have to find someone that's going to guard those guys.
Yeah.
If you want to beat them. Giannis obviously is the toughest matchup to me out of all those guys, but you got to have multiple players that can defend if you want to win. And we seen what Jimmy came in and did against us. So you have to be aware of that. So you have to be aware of bringing in guys that can somehow be a part of, defending these players.
And you think Harrison Barnes would be a good remedy for what we kind of experienced in this playoff?
He has size, so he can help. Definitely help. Yes.
And in that trade scenario, Matisse stays, so you guys are both happy.
Yeah.
And you're not.
No. I just wanted to make the joke. I like Matisse, man. I like him a lot. I just, not as much, I guess, as other people, but hey, keeping him, I still see a lot of value in that, obviously. So
I see the value in him. I just
you get Barnes and keep Thibault.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a usage for him. I just think that he just got to star in his role a little better.
Now, if that deal were,
don't we all?
if that deal were Green Thibault in the pick for Barnes, would you do that?
See, I don't.
It's a lot.
Yeah, because Thibault technically could be viewed as a starter.
Yeah.
So the deal to me changes because Danny was going to be a starter. So you almost giving up, even though Danny's injured, but I had to think more about that. Because
for a team like the Kings,
I think I would still do it, but I wouldn't do it. I would have a little more hesitation than I had in the previous deal.
Yeah.
Because for the Kings, right? Like I think Barnes is making like 18 in his final year. That's just an expiring contract for them. So like he's just gone after this year. Like they want to get something future related for a guy they're losing. Yeah. Green, very similar. Once we guarantee this year, it's a $10 million gift wrap box. So it's just a difference of $8 million at that point. So just giving them, obviously Barnes is better than Green, but giving them a little more right there. I think either the pick or Thibault would be the thing there. Yeah, I don't think you could do both. I think that's just too much to give up for a guy that not a lot of teams are really chasing after at this point.
Yeah, I firmly Bleav with and I talk to Mike every once in a while that with Mike Brown going there, that they're going to be in the mode of trying to win and trying to get to the playoffs. That's where that's their thinking.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like he hasn't shared that with me or said that to me. I just think that I just know how he operates, and I don't think that that's losing is something that that's their focus.
You need to text him right now. He could be like, "You don't want Barnes. You need to get with this Barnes guy, man."
and he's going to respond back to me, Eric. We still have one more game to get. That's going to be his response.
Hey, Darren Morrow's called me. Can I connect you guys?
Let's got one more game to get. So.
That's great.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset if we got Harrison Barnes. We kept Tease and had Harrison Barnes, and but Tease shows some versatility. The guy can act. A little small little speaking part in that movie Hustle.
Yeah,
like this guy, dude. This guy's versatile.
Teja probably fast forwarded through it though.
Are you kidding me? I was clipping and saying to the GMs, guy can act, guy can play D. There you go, man. This is your guy. Same with Tobias. Look at Tobias act. Get him over there.
Yeah, it would be interesting though if if that happened this offseason. If we kept Maxey but got rid of Tobias and Tease, the two other guys who actually had parts in that movie. It'd be interesting if that happened, but I don't know. I will say Tobias, for a lot of shit he's taken for the contract he got, and his people not living up to that contract. He's embraced Philadelphia. Doing this movie, having probably the most prominent role, and just kind of being a good teammate. I think somebody's got to you got to give credit for him to him, and it would suck to see him go. He's been kind of the glue guy for our squad.
Stephen A. says the man's class personified.
Yep.
Okay.